This is the 8th episode with Armenia's. We've got 3 qualifiers to go now, and we're undefeated after 7 games with 5 wins and 2 draws. We've conceded 5 goals in 7 games, but we've scored 19, which is quite a lot. Which we go into this game 5 points clear. So obviously we know whatever happens in this game, we'll still be top. See, after this, I think is a game against San Marino, and then obviously the last game against Czech Republic. So let's try and see if we can get one. You see, last time we played these, there was no sound on the video because I was connected onto the call at the time when I was meant to hang up to record the video, but I actually forgot. But obviously I decided to keep the video on there anyways, without having to replay the game, because I didn't really want to have to play the game again. So I thought I'd just keep it like that and know for next time to rectify that, which obviously I have rectified that, because there's been volumes in every video apart from that one. So out of all my videos I've done, that's the only video that hasn't got no sound whatsoever, which I'm not sure if there's any way for me to rectify that or not. Mkhitaryan, which he scored a really good goal in the last game. Oh, that was well off target in the end. That was further away than what it looked in the end. And that could have put us 1-0 up already. Well, okay, he's got the ball somehow. The thing that I find annoying about this game, the only downside and the only disappointing I find about this game overall, is like when you qualify to the World Cup or whatever, you don't have, as a handball, you don't have complete control on who you actually take to the World Cup. Like obviously, yeah, I have control to a point. Like obviously, all my starting 11 and all the players on the bench will obviously go to the World Cup, but then they'll just add a bunch of like random players, and you can't really control that. Apart from like the players that's actually like going to be your starting team, and your players that's on the current bench. Oh, that was unlucky. The keeper got away with one there. That's a huge let off for Greece at the back. 1-0, right in that bottom corner. Like I said, he didn't get a goal in the last game, but he's got a goal in this game. I mean, he probably could have got a goal in the last game if I decided to let him take that penalty. But obviously I let Mkhitaryan take it, as he was like mainly my designated penalty taker, and it was saved. But he did score the first penalty, which was more of a pressured moment, because obviously at that time we was 1-0 down when I had that first penalty. When I had that second penalty, oh, when I had that second penalty, obviously I was 3-1 up and cruising at the time, so there wasn't really so much pressure to have to score that penalty. But I still wanted to score it, and obviously I didn't in the end. It's going out of play. I don't want my player running in the way. Oh! Not the greatest of passes, but we've got the ball. See, I don't think there's anyone. Okay, there we go. There's a runner. And that's a handball penalty. I know people watching this is probably thinking that I should take penalties off because obviously throughout these episodes there has been a lot of penalties uh, given because of handball, but I keep it on because it keeps it realistic, and obviously it does work both ways because I do concede penalties like that and all as well as get penalties like that. So it does work both ways like it would do in real life, but it can be annoying at times, especially from corners and stuff like that, and then you have your players like with your arms out and conceding needless penalties. Like it can be annoying, but it does work both ways. And obviously this time we've got the luck on our side, and we lead Greece by 2-0. My keeper's going to grab that. So I think my worst defeat so far throughout these I was going to say what a goal, but not quite. That weren't too far away. He avoided to tackle that. That was close. I can't remember what I was going to say now. I actually forgot what I was going to say. Right, yeah, now I remember. Out of all my qualifiers so far, I think out of all the ones I've done for YouTube and that, like not including the friendlies, I don't record friendlies. But in terms of competitive games, I think my biggest defeat so far is 4-1 to Portugal. And that was obviously on my first campaign with Albania. I think that's my biggest defeat, 4-1. I don't think I've lost a qualifier game bigger than that yet. Obviously, I haven't lost a game at all with Armenia yet. And at the minute, it looks like that record still might be intact here. Especially leading 2-0. Because they need to score 3 goals to end that record, which they've got 10 minutes of this half to go, and then the second half to try and come back into this game. Obviously, we don't want that to happen. See, the thing I think Greece have to their advantage really is that I don't think they've got players with like a lot of pace. Like maybe they might have 1 or 2 players with decent pace, but I think their biggest threat really, I think, is like in the air. That's a brilliant save from I can't pronounce his name. Carnesis maybe. I can't. I don't even know how to pronounce his name, but I remember seeing him play for Watford. Yeah, that's a good save. That could have been 3-0 and free header off the line. I really thought that was 3-0, but defended off the line. It's been a brilliant first half from us so far. My player got in the way, offside. That's a shame now. Like, I don't know what would have happened if my player wasn't in the way. If that would have gone in, or if the keeper would have saved that, or if that would have went wide. From the angle, I think that was blocked. Yeah, it was blocked. Which obviously, last time we had a corner, it was cleared of the line. That time they get the ball away. And we get bodies back. That should be half time now by the time the keeper boots this. Not quite. Maybe they might have one more opportunity before the break. No, they don't. It's half time and it's 2-0. with a goal from my striker and a Mkhitaryan penalty. See what's happening. Right, okay, so Czech Republic are winning 2-0, you'd expect that. Especially at home to San Marino, and Croatia are winning 1-0 and all. See, we've had 10 shots, 6 on target, 59% possession. They've had no shots, none on target, 41% possession. It's been a dominant first half away from home, which would put us virtually on the verge of qualifying. Czech Republic are now 3-0 up. So obviously Czech Republic's won their game. I mean, obviously you'd always expect that. I mean, San Marino did beat the Czech Republic in the last game 2-1, which was a surprise. Which is San Marino's only win of the group. The referee's given them a free kick, which I don't think was a foul. 5 minutes into the second half, and we still got a 2-goal cushion. Ah. I actually have no idea what happened there. But yeah, Greece are definitely playing much better second half already. Like, obviously at the minute I can't really get at my half. That's like the first time I've really got at my half in this second half. It's good defending for now. I don't know what the referee's giving here. Offside, is that? Yeah. Good defensive line. So they're taking off Machoglu and bringing on someone else, which I can't really pronounce all their names. Greek player tried playing him offside, but he was onside. Let's have a crack. What a goal! What a goal! Game, set and match, Armenia. 3 points. That means we're just 1 win away from qualifying to the World Cup. So if we beat San Marino in the next game, which we should win that comfortably, we'd qualify with 1 game to spare. I mean, just look at this from a curling effort. I don't know, was that right in the corner this time? Maybe the keeper could have saved that. Greece still actually haven't had an attempt yet. Right, let's take him off. I'm going to take Mkhitaryan off because he's kind of tired. I mean, I am 3-0 up because obviously ordinarily that wouldn't really be the sort of change that I'd make. None of these can really play left mid, so I might play him as left mid then. I mean, obviously I wouldn't really normally take off Mkhitaryan, but being 3-0 up, why not? it should be game over now after that. And like Greece was looking good in the second half. They just haven't had a shot yet, but they kind of looked more likely of getting a goal back into this and creating some problems in the second half, more likely than me getting the third. Which obviously this was what the score was in the last game against Greece before they got a 90th minute consolation. And before then, I was actually talking about keeping a clean sheet in it, and then I conceded a goal like moments later. But obviously, unfortunately, that wasn't on the like where with sound and that. 20 minutes to go. Offside. I mean, I could have had advantage really. I would have preferred to have advantage because I had the ball and there was no danger. I tried threading that through, but I could not quite. But it's 3 points to me. Even if they get a goal, it'd only be a minor consolation. Oh, but obviously it doesn't mean that I want to concede. That was blocked, and the referee hasn't given handball this time. See, sometimes the referee doesn't always give handball, but obviously I've had a bit of luck on my side with like, some of the penalties that I had, because obviously last time I played Greece in the first meeting against these, two of my goals I think were from penalties in that 3-1 win. Oh, that was close. They almost scored. I don't know if that took a deflection. Didn't look like it. Yeah, no, I didn't think so. Oh, that's a bad. Geez. I do not know how I did not. That was a really bad error. I mean, that was a pretty bad pass. I don't know what I was doing there, but it didn't come back and bite me. And obviously, if I did score that, it probably would have only been a consolation, anyways. But and I think that was their first actual shot in the whole match. What? Is that going to be a booking now as well? No, just a free kick. It looks like. Probably for the follow through, maybe. Maybe you didn't really need to do that. I was trying to see if I can defend this set piece. That's actually a really good header, you know. That wasn't the greatest of passes, though. I mean, I tried getting them on the counter attack then, but 87th minute in. And I come away with the ball. Chance for 4, but the keeper makes a good save. Probably a save you'd expect him to make, but it was another opportunity, shot on target. I'm going to try and dribble this and take a shot on. I got tackled. I don't think that was by my own player though, which is a good thing. And that's full time. 3 massive points. 3-0. Greece 0, Arminia 3. 2 goals in the first half, and then a brilliant goal after the hour mark to seal the points. So Czech Republic won 4-0. Croatia won 2-1. Sometimes I like to look at the other results from the other continents sometimes, but I'm mainly only really interested in teams that are in my continent. So obviously, once I finished off playing through all these European teams and I got on to playing in the next continent, obviously then I'd be focused on the teams that's in my continent that I'd be likely facing or whatever. So my keeper's made 8 saves in the so how can my keeper make 8 saves and they're not even having a shot on target? I've had 4 shots and none on target. I didn't even know they had 4 shots, to be honest. But they haven't had 1 on target. See, I had 12 shots, 8 on target. More possession. I mean, I fairly dominated the game. I mean, it's big 3 points. Especially knowing that if I beat San Marino, I'll qualify with a game to spare. When I want to look at this goal again, this was a proper good goal. Even though the keeper might have been able to save it, because again, I don't think it was right in the corner, but it's a goal, and it wrapped up the points, and obviously that's 6 wins from 8 games. Obviously, I think winning the World Cup would be quite difficult. Would definitely be challenging, because obviously we'll definitely be facing much better teams. Like, because obviously I was getting outplayed by Brazil and they, so we've got 20 points, which I'll see you next time.